Well, hello, it's been a while. You joined me back in the workshop, and this is essentially the relaunch of the YouTube. So I thought I'd give a bit of an update and a bit of explanation for what's been going on and things that are happening and things that are going to be happening in Utopia. So what I'm going So first, I'll give you a bit of a garage update, I think. A garage update on my side. We've got loads of projects that are going on, and we'll go through some of those projects, things that we're working on in the workshop, things we've got up for sale, but I'll give you a personal garage update. So I don't know where we left YouTube last off, but things got a bit out of hand, a lot of work, and there is only one of me, so some things fell by the wayside, but we're going to be back with much more regular uploading, much more content. So one of the last things I did have was, I think, the Spitfire. The Spitfire has now gone. It's gone to a very good home and should hopefully be coming back to Utopia as it is local. So yeah, that project sadly didn't come to its full fruition, but sometimes these things happen. I needed the workshop space, so it needed to go. The Range Rover L322 that I had, I've also sold that one as well. Just came sort of the right time in the summer. I was looking at other projects and different things, so the Range Rover's gone. I wouldn't say necessarily miss these cars. I know a lot of people always ask, like, oh, which cars do you regret selling? I'm trying not to regret selling any cars, but I think it was put quite well by some other people that sort of maybe like miss the memories or the memories those cars could create. So yeah, those two have left, and great for the time I had with them, and very good to get them ticked off my list. But yeah, not regrets on selling them, but ones that have moved on. So of course things have then replaced them. Got a Defender 110 as the daily, which we'll go through, and I'll show you some more about that later. Which yeah, it's just workhorse. It's going to be Utopia branded and just plugs away doing that. Which is also green, so it's the second green car, because we still have the Series 3 that is not leaving me. Aloy is waiting to come into the workshop, so hopefully January time, maybe a bit later, Aloy will be in the workshop getting some much needed work done. So 2 green cars. Last week I brought an MX-5, and that's also green, so I now have 3 green cars, which we'll show a full video on. Particularly, I don't know, I just like green cars, and particularly good at buying sports cars in the winter for some reason. This one more so than, say, the 94 that we had. That was again another one that I purchased in the winter. Of course, generally come summer I sell them. This one's got semi-slicks though, so my plan was to switch cars here today, drive home in it. There's just been a big downpour, so if puddles and sort of things clear, I'll take it, but otherwise it's not ropey, it's very stable. It's just very different going from a big 4x4 on BF Goodrich's to then something on Yoki Advance that is then semi-slicked. So yeah, a bit more intense on that. Bikes have also changed as well. So now technically I'm up to 4 bikes, but it doesn't really count. One's a frame, which has got iron girders for a future project that I want to do with like a BSA Bantam, iron girder forked, cafe racer sort of thing. The second one's still with the Baltaco. Did get the Baltaco going, however, it needs a full engine rebuild, so that's just waiting for that one. We did start an electric bike project, which I hope to show you more. Same again, got very far, and then had some electrical issues, so that one's waiting on parts. The reason why my projects generally fall to the wayside is because they're my ones and they're the fun ones, so I like to focus on client ones more. And my favourite that we've just got is a 1988 Honda XR250R, imported, very cool bike, silly video of me crashing it, and after that it was running fine, we had a few rides, and now it needs some more work to it. So all the bikes have somehow managed to become projects, but at least 2 of the 3 of the cars are still running and still working. So yeah, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the cars. So let's see if I can keep on track. An update for the business then, so that's sort of the personal cars. An update for the business, still doing consignment selling and still getting through projects like that. So we've got some really nice ones that are coming up for sale. We've got our green double cab, our red double cab, got 130 and a Puma as well. We've also, of course, do sourcing and storage and things like that. So we've got some cars in for storage, we've got some cars in for renovation. We've managed to find some source projects for people where people have been asking me, oh, I've been looking for a Land Rover, what do you recommend, or what do you know that's out there? Because we get a lot of things coming across. And also projects offered to us. Always, if you've got a Land Rover that you want to sell, or a series, or anything interesting, unique, rally cars, anything like that, let us know. We could always be interested in purchasing ourselves or selling for you. Got a big range of contacts now that are now looking for different and unique cars, so it's always worth just reaching out. Generally best places, drop me a message on Instagram and let me know what you've got. So to give you an update on that, I think we're at the 6-month mark of being here in the workshop, and we've managed to sell £130,000 worth of cars for people. which I think is amazing. Definitely a number that I didn't expect to be hitting in the first 6 months. So excited to see what the next few months do, and see where we can make it in our first year. Yeah, so consignment sellings, still going through, still selling a lot of them, and getting good prices for them in the market when it is changing. On restorations, we've got some cool ones that are in. We've got a little Series 88 that's in for a bit of work over the winter and a bit of storage and a look after, which I can show you guys some more videos on that. It's getting new interior fitted to it, we're getting axle overhauls, all sort of things, engine tune up, and just sort of fitting some of the naggly bits that they only wanted done. We've got our Series 3 lightweight that's in for a full resto. So currently just stripping that down, getting back to the chassis, going to find any bits on that and sort it. Does need an engine swap, and then hopefully doing something a bit different with that, creating a new sort of build from it. Is a lightweight, is RAF, so we're going to play in some of those things, and I'll keep that a bit for you for a later reveal. But that should be a very fun project that we've got coming in. Which other ones we got? We got our 6x6, which will be leaving us soon, just have the new interior fitted and the fans fitted for our client, so that will then be leaving us. Yeah, that's on the rest of those. We are taking, we've got chassis swaps coming up in March and things like that. I'll sort of talk about that in the future. So we are taking bookings, or if there's a project that you want to do, or you've always thought, I've always had a dream Land Rover, or I've wanted to build this rally car, but I'm not quite sure how we can do that, let us know. We can always do anything and create dreams and make things come true, is the plan. So that's on those sort of sides. Other sides of the business is, see behind me, it's passed out a bit, sold some of the bikes. But this side of the workshop is now becoming more showroom. So this will be where we keep the cars, we've got our coffee, we've got the music, we've got our automobilia and our shop and our retail. It's all on this side of the workshop. That does mean in the future, if you want to say you've got a YouTube and you want someone to film content that's dry and it's nice and it's well lit, that's here. If you want to use the outside, we've got grounds as well. If you wanted to do a retail day, you want to do a pop-up shop, or say your shop's all digital and you wanted to bring it to a physical location, come here, use it for content, take pictures, do what you need to do. We've got cars, we've got lanes, we've got really good lanes that you can drive on. We've of course now got sports cars that are classic as well as classic cars. So yeah, anything of your needs, if you want to do product shoots, product launches, coffee days, or pop-up shop, if you wanted a weekend where people can then come and physically see your products and buy it, like a meet and greet, that's what this space is going to be for. We're going to be filling up our racking with some of the bikes, get some of them up there for some good displays. But yeah, that's the plan with this one. It's going to sort of try and be different angles, multiple things, but honestly, same again, just shoot me a message. If you can think of something that you go, well actually I could really use that, or maybe my business can use it in this way, or I need it for a bit of space to do something, just let me know. We can accommodate pretty much anything. So then that does mean, where's the workshop side? So next door is now becoming our full-fledged workshop. We're in the process of building it, of course projects coming through. We do have plans for full workbenches, full lifts, things like that. Still do workshop hire, but it is occasionally when it fits, due to the projects that are in there and sort of getting them out and moving them through. But so that side is going to be full restorations and permanent servicing and working on cars and doing things from that sort of angle. So yeah, it's grown bigger than I thought it would be. We've now got quite a large capacity for cars inside and outside, which is fantastic to have. And yeah, of course, Land Rovers take up a bit of space, so you get one or two of them, and then suddenly you have a lot of them and a lot of space to. What are the plans for next year? 2023. 2022, quite, yeah, moved in here, got everything going. Unsurprisingly, some of you, my favourite number is 22. So that's why sort of that year, like, sounds weird, but this year I wanted to get the push, get the workshop, do the things that I wanted to do, you know, and sort of push it out that way. 2023, doesn't quite sound as good as me, didn't quite hold a place in my heart, but it will be the first year of Utopia being here. It will be Utopia's 5th year in business now. So yeah, it will be quite a milestone. But our plans going forward, like I say, we've got our projects that are coming through, which will be completed and going out. We'll have other ones that are coming in. We'll be taking new bookings for new projects and hopefully getting some other ones for Utopia to work on. There's a few Land Rover builds that I want to do and some builds like that. On top of those, we've got the MX-5 that it needs a few things to do into it, a few tweaks. I'll talk about that in another video, but it's be like ITBs. It's really got buckets, can do with a roll cage. But we want to, as I was saying, this side sort of becoming a coffee side and changing in that sort of sense. Definitely, as I'm going towards summer, we want to do some more meets. Of course, London Mod Club, work with them very well. But we want to do some other ones and slightly different ones. We are potentially looking at hiring a track for a private track day, because I haven't been to any, and people have got different cars and different pride and joys, and it would just be really cool. Get a bunch of people to the workshop, have coffees here, roll out, drive down to the track, do a full track day, come back, maybe go somewhere cool on the return. So if you're interested in that, you've got a track car, not even a track car, just something you want to drive around on track in sort of a safe environment with a few cars on track that you know them, then reach out to me. We are possibly maybe planning some road trips and adventures like that as always, trying to get away to do some weekends, North Coast 500, Scotland, Ireland, getting through all of those. So yeah, it should be quite an exciting time. So planning track day events potentially, so reach out if you're interested in those. We've got up and coming restoration slots starting from March. You can also do consignments as well, so if you've got your Land Rover that's ready to sell, and also we are always looking to buy projects or interesting and unique classics. The direction we want to keep taking it on next year is just growing and getting bigger, and reaching out and trying to get into that sort of different niche of Land Rovers. I very much have my style that I want to create and do, and that will be shown through our lovely Land Rover workhorse, but also through a few custom projects. We're looking at potentially sort of creating our own Series 3 and giving it not a unique twist, but creating what we like as like usable classics. I'm not here to be winning Concourse of Elegance or be able to have a Privé. I'm here to build Land Rovers that work and function as best as a Land Rover can. But you're still willing to drive it into a bush and drive it into a hedge. And that goes for the same with all our projects. I talk about Land Rovers because we're surrounded by them and that's what we mainly do. But it's not just them, it's just anything that's interesting and exciting. So like saying MX-5s, quite getting into like old Japanese cars, Datsuns. I've always loved Mustangs, rally cars, Fiestas, any track weapons, anything that you're interested in. We can definitely get behind and get interested in that. So it's that sort of thing we want to be creating, those unique projects and the ones. And yeah, moving it forward, getting the bikes, taking the bikes on some trails, doing some cool things with Land Rovers and bikes because they always look very good together. Utilising this space and trying to utilise our brand partners and get some pop-up shops, maybe some cool events for you guys. If anyone's interested, always welcome down for a coffee at the workshop. And yeah, just building it that way. It's been an exciting time. It's been an exciting 6 months being here, but it's been challenging. It's challenging just on my own, and I've got a lot of plans and things to work through, but a lot of them are going to take time because it is just me. There's a lot of things just looking around that I need to clear up in the workshop, but when you're then spanners down after working sort of till 8, 9 on days like this when it gets dark at 3, generally want to leg it home. I don't want to be here tidying up. So it's been interesting on that side, but we're going to try push, try get forwards. As I know we are now in sort of November going to December, it's going to get the darker and colder months, which is good for green laning, but not very good for much else in terms of work and coldness. And yeah, just developing it from there and keep going forwards, keep focusing on the things that I enjoy and the things that I know you guys enjoy as a business. Obviously looking at changing how we do our retail side and how we do events next year. We did some this year that I thought were fantastic. So we did Share Hill Climb, definitely going back to that. Road Social, definitely be going back to that. Possibly tweaking or changing how we're doing events. Because they are full on, and I've got fantastic friends and family that can help me and support me on those. But I mean, yeah, they are sort of 4 AM till 8 PM days. That's a Sunday, then back at work. So really good and really fantastic to meet people. But just maybe be tweaking slightly how I'm going to be doing those. So I'll let you know which events we're going to and what events we'll be planning in Utopia. But yeah, if you've got any questions or any other things that you want us to do, any things you want us to take a look at on cars, or you've got a different vision for your interior, or it could literally be anything, just reach out, drop me a message on Instagram or find us through the website, fill out the contact form, and yeah, we can get chatting and figure out a plan. And content wise, podcast has sort of trailed off as well, hoping to restart that at some point soon. We're getting out more YouTubes for you, so MX-5 YouTube's definitely one. When I get Aloy in the workshop, there's going to be a series on that. I may even have a chassis swap videos that will be coming out for a full series on those. I want to try and get some more GoPro footage and things like that, particularly MX-5 related, maybe more track things, and same again, more lane related videos, just getting out there and filming it. And yeah, those are the main ones at the moment. Track days and adventures and road trips will be the ones. I'll show you the workshop things and the things we do here. They may not be full how-to videos as we've necessarily done before, but they will possibly be a bit more in depth as to what we've done in the project, what we've done in the builds. So yeah, I hope you look forward to it. As always, thank you if you made it this far, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff, and check us out on Instagram and give us a follow. yeah, we'll keep you updated on what's going on, and hopefully pumping out some more regular content for you to keep updated on what's going on in Utopia Restorations.